Hi guys, welcome back to today's video and congratulations to every one of you that have gotten admitted and to those of you that are yet to get admitted or on reserve list, fingers crossed, hopefully you're going to get something. Guys, today's video is just a quick one. I don't want to do too much introduction. So I'm going to walk you through the step-by-step process of applying for a resident permit to study here in Sweden. Do you get? So there are different processes, so I'm going to walk you through. So let's just head straight to today's video. So what you first do is go to your any browser of your choice, and I'm using Chrome for this, so you can type migrationsvacket.se. So this is it here. So migrationsvacket.se. So let me just type it fully. Migration vacat.se. So that's the first step. You apply, you enter into it, and this is what the interface looks like, right? This is what the interface looks like. So here we are interested in application for study permit, right? So when you go into the migrationsvacket.se, you click on you want to apply. So sometimes it may be translating to Swedish, but you can go here and translate it to English, right? So mine is already in English. So you click on you want to apply. What do you want to apply? We want to apply to study. So this is where we go to. We want to apply to study. Now there are different studies you can apply to, but for us, we are interested in undergraduate or advanced level. So for that reason, we are going to click here. Yes, so you see my own changes to English immediately. It brings out Swedish, right? So undergraduate or advanced level studies. So this is what we are interested in. So in this video, I'm going to show you what you need to know, how it goes, like the stages of your application before your final decision, and then how to apply. So I'm going to show you how the application goes. Okay, so first of all, it is important to know that for you that is a non-EU student, you need a resident permit to study. We already know that, right? So now for you, we are focused on university or college. So that's what we want to that's what we are applying for. So for university or college, so here in this case is university, right? So what are the requirements? I already made a video about that. You guys already know. You need your valid passport, you would need to have paid your tuition fee, and you need to have your insurance. Your school will give you an insurance if you have paid your fees and are going for a 2-year program. Why for you that are coming for 1-year program, you have to fix your health insurance yourself. Then you also need to be able to support yourself. For as at today, you need 10,000 568, or let me just say 10,600 Swedish crowns per month. So you multiply that by 13 months to be able to get the amount you need for a resident permit for a year. Please make sure to use the exchange rate for the day you are making your application, because it's very, very important. So these are the requirements we need. So let's go over to what they mean by supporting yourself. So like I said, we already talked about it. 10,506 per month. Then if you're coming with your spouse, let's say 4,800. And if you're coming with one of your child, it is 2,000, let's say 2,700. I like to round up the number. So 2,700 for your one child and 4,500 for your spouse, right? So that's what you need to use to support yourself or your family. So multiply that amount of money um, by 13 months. Okay. So let's move over. So if you are making an application for yourself and your family, and you want your family to move with you, you are going to make an application for them the same time you are making your own application. But if you know your family is not going to move with you now, there's no need for you to apply for them. Do you understand? So somebody asked, how long does it take to get how long can I get a resident permit? It depends. Some people get resident permit 2 weeks, some people get 2 months, some people get 3 months. The most important thing is you apply early. Okay. How much does it cost for you to make an application? So for an adult is 1,500 Swedish crown. So if you're applying for you and your wife or you and your husband, that's 3,000 Swedish crowns. For one child, it is 750 Swedish crowns. Okay, so if you have three children, that's multiply 750 by 3 to get how much it's going to cost. Okay, now like I said, the wait time we already know, 2 weeks to 3 months to 2 months, depending. They cannot say, it just depends on a lot of things. If you that's why I say complete your application. Do you get? Complete your application. Don't do half and half. If you have anything that you know that they will use to call you back, please avoid it. Just do a complete application so that you know that what is left for you is you are waiting for them to give you a decision. So that's it about what you need to know. Okay. So now let's go over to the process of your application. So you first of all start by making an application. Of course, you must have paid school fees, or you must have like scholarship, you understand? So you have that one down, you keep it down, then you make your application. I'm going to show you how to make your application. After making your application, the Swedish immigration will review your application. If they need you to send in more documents, you send in more documents. So keep an eye on your email. Then after your application has been reviewed and they are okay with it, or they want you to come for interview, you go with your passport to leave your fingerprint. It's very important. Everybody must leave their fingerprint. Okay, so after that, you wait for the immigration agency to make a decision on your case. So you might either be rejected or be granted. So we are hoping for the positive, which is granted. So now let's head over to the main focus of this video: how to apply for the Swedish resident permit to study. So you click on apply. So you start by you can apply in two ways. You can either do it with paperwork and submit it in the Abuja office, right? You can do that, or use the e-service. In my own opinion, please use the e-service. It's faster. Do you get? It's faster. So when you click on apply, all you not need to do is to come here to the e-service. You click on the e-service. Now you either sign in with your mobile bank ID, your bank ID, or your username. I can sign in with my mobile bank ID because I already have a mobile bank ID. But for the purpose of this video, most of us here, we don't have a mobile bank ID. So we are going to sign in with username and password. So everyone should head now and create a username and password for create a username for for yourself in the for the immigration bracket. Please make sure to use an email address that you have access to, because this is where they are going to be communicating with you. So don't go and use an email address that you don't even use. No, because they are going to be sending you messages. In fact, any this email address is the address that anything relating to Swedish migration, this is where they'll be sending it to you. So you head over, create an email, create a password, and then you log in. Okay, so I'm going to log in now. So that's if you have created your username and password. So there's a phone number that you are going to attach to it. They're going to send you an email, a message, or like a 6 digits in that message, right? So you are going to type the 6 digits number here. So I have to go and get my phone to get the 6 digits. Okay, just hold on. So guys, remember that one-time password. Each time you want to log into your Migrant Huntsvaket profile, they will always like send you that pin code so that they will know that it is you. Do you understand? So when you've put in the code and you click on continue, it brings you to this page, right? So what type of application do you want to apply for? A first time permit for studies in Sweden, or do you want to extend an existing permit? So this is your first time permit. So you click on first time and you click on next, right? So what do? You click on your surname. In fact, fill everything. Okay, so I can just click on Ade Ife. Ade Ife. This is just a demo. Ade Ife Juice. Female, date of birth 1995 20 1995. 20. Oh, the month 1995 um 05/20. Or you can click on the show calendar and do 11995. So and do like that, so it works. Okay, so place of birth, you are just going to basically fill all of this. Country of birth, select the country you were born. So for this I'm going to click on let's use Nigeria. Citizenship, Nigeria. I don't want this video to be so long. Nigeria. What else? Other citizenship. If you have another citizenship, please add it. Your Swedish personal identity number you don't have, so you're going to ignore it. If you are married, you put married. If you are single, you put single. So let's put married. Okay, so the next part is applicant's contact address. You can put your address. I can just put address is 25 Ade-Ife Street. That's for example. Postal code, I can use 127. City, town, I can just put Lagos. Country is Nigeria. Telephone number, you put any telephone number you want. Okay, so we just do like this. Seven six eight 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 5 whatever you want to put. Okay, but I need to do it correctly. 1 2 6 3 8 5 4 2 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 and 11. Email address, you put any email address you want to put. Okay, and then you continue. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to fill out all these things, right? I'm going to fill out all these things and I'll be back. So the next question is, do you have a valid resident permit? So the answer is, of course you do. So you click on yes. What type of travel document? National passport, other type of document. It's a national passport. So you click on continue. You put your passport number, you put which country your passport was issued. Let's see, Nigeria. You click which country your passport was issued. The date and the month of your passport, you put it. The validity of your passport, you put it, and then you click on next. So I'm going to do that and come back. So after that, the next question is to choose the Swedish consulate, like the embassy you'll be going to. So for those of you that is in Ghana, Uganda, Malawi, you're going to choose whichever one that you see all the Swedish embassies where they are. So for those of you in Nigeria, you're going to choose the one in Nigeria, Abuja. So you click on next. Applicants, have you previously applied for a visa or a permit? The answer is no. If you have previously applied, please click yes, do not lie. You continue. Do you have a valid resident permit in a country other than your home country? If your answer is yes, you click yes. If your answer is no, you click no. Okay. Have you visited any country in Schengen other than in Sweden in the past year? If your answer is yes, you click yes. If your answer is no, you click no. Are you in Sweden? Of course you are not. So application period, enter the period that you want to apply for resident permit. So we are starting program September 1, right? So start date, you can write 1st of September. 1st of September, so that's 2025. 1st of September, that's use the start date of your program. Use the start date of your program. Do you get? So September, let's assume your start date is September 1, and then your end date, since you are applying for, your end date should be if you're applying for, since you're applying for just write the end date of your program. Write the end date of your program. So the program ends in 2027 for people with 1 year, 2 years masters, right? So we're going to click, let's just say December. And this is just an example. So the way it is in your admission letter, there's a start date and an end date, so you use it. So the next question is, the validity period of your passport is shorter than the application period. You can continue with the application, but it's not possible to obtain a resident permit for longer than the validity. So the passport I used, the validity is almost over. So if your passport is longer than what you want to apply for, it's not a problem. Okay, so for this reason I'll continue. So we are just doing it as a demonstration. So I am applying to as a university college, um undergraduate or master's level. That's what you're applying for. So you click on next. The next question is, what type of studies are you going for? So we are going for university program or courses, and not exchange. You're not an exchange student or a mobility student. So you're a university or program student. So you click on next. Add information about your planned studies. Um, Applicants plan studies in Sweden education. What do we add here? So you click on add. You add, are you admitted to distance learning? No, you are not admitted to distance learning. Okay, if you click on yes, you will not be given visa. Okay, so we click on no. Have you paid for your tuition fee? If you have paid, yes. If you have scholarship, you click on yes. Okay, so how many higher credits is your course? How many higher credits is your course? So it's 120 credits for a 2 year master's program and 60 credits for a 1 year master's program. So I'm going to use 120. So if you're applying for 1 year, 60 credits, 2 years, 120 credits. Okay, so you continue. Full-time studies refer to 30 higher education credits per semester in order to obtain a resident permit. Only full-time studies form the basis for resident permit. So do you understand what I mean by, if you are applying for distance learning, you are not going to get a resident permit. So we can now click on next. Okay, what's your program course? So I'll put environmental forensic and environmental and so environmental forensics. Applicants plan study, okay, university or college. So I'm going to put maybe, let's say, Gothenburg University. So attach, so for this now you attach your acceptance letter. Guys, are you following? You attach your acceptance letter here, so you should have already have it on your system. Do you get? So you attach it on your system. Please try to use a system. It's way easier, so you see things clearly. Okay, so you attach it and you click on next. Applicants plan study in Sweden. So this contact information for the educational institution. Oh, you put, okay, they added the Gothenburg University, the address here. So you click on next. Okay, so it has been added. So the next thing we have to do is click on next. Describe why you have chosen these studies. State the benefit you expect to gain from these studies. Guys, you have 1,000 characters to write why you have chosen. So guys, you have 1,000 characters to express yourself why you have chosen this course. Please finish the 1,000. Please tell them why you have chosen this course, okay? And write it in this box. So they already helped you. State the benefits you expect to gain from these studies. If you are going to tell a story, please tell a story, okay? The next, you continue. Um, they said they have detected errors in the information I've provided, which is true, because the things I'm putting are not correct. I'm just using it as a demonstration. Okay, so the um so then you do that and you click on next. Okay, they want me to write something, so I'm going to write, I love my course. So you can fill it up. Okay, so we can continue. Enter your current employment or current study. So if you are currently working, you put whatever you are working here. If you are currently studying, you put whatever you are doing now. If you're a business person, you write it, okay? So, but you have to be very, very careful with these things. So, if you say you studied environmental, maybe they want to see that you are really working in the field, but it doesn't, I don't think it really matters, but you just have to play smart here, okay? So, enter your employment or your current studies, and so I can just say quality assurance, quality assurance. So, so um applicant's previous education. So here you're going to write your previous school. I'm going to put let me just write Babcock. Okay. Type of education. It's name the course program, field of study, and if applicable the amount of credit. So the course program is chemistry. Chemistry. um so you can write the day you started your program and when you ended it. So for this one is the day you started it. So let's just say I started my program in January of 2020, 2009, or whatever date it is, okay? So you put the date, so first of that, and you click on next. So the next question is applicant's previous education. So I have added my previous education, okay, and you click on next. If you have more education you want to add, maybe you have AND, you have NCE, please by all means add everything there. It helps your application, okay? So here you have to put your work experience. If you have work experience, if you know that you are a really academic person and you have work experience, please add everything here. It helps your application. So you see here the route is optional, so for this I'm going to skip it, but if you have, please add it, okay? So do you have scholarship? If you have scholarship, yes. If you don't have scholarship, you click on no. So I'm just, for the purpose of this video, I'll use no. um Maintenance requirement. You need to show that you have 10,000. So this is an old, this thing right now is 10,600 every month that you are supporting yourself. So if you have a partner or a child who is applying at the same time with you, you have to show that like their livelihood is also secured in the application. So you have to, this is where you then add your source of income. So you see here now, there is where you add one or more. So what is your source of income? Are you using your own bank assets? Are you using first of all, are you using scholarship? If you are using scholarship, you click here as your source of income, meaning that you've gotten 100% scholarship. If you have a sponsor, there is something they wrote here for sponsorship. So if you have a sponsor, the sponsor has to say that they are sponsoring you. There's a lot of information that the sponsor has to provide before you can click here, because you need to upload all of those things. So the next thing is, if you are supporting yourself from the income from your employment, if you are supporting yourself from a student grant or a student loan from your home country, you click here. Just know that anything you click, you are going to submit document to back it up. So for the purpose of this video and for the easiest one, it's your own bank asset, meaning the money you have in your bank. Okay, so we click on next for that. Now the total amount, enter the total amount of the financial assets you wish to submit. So by now you would have known the account, how much you have in your bank statement. So let's assume you are applying with yourself and your family, and your this thing is 50 million. So here we are going to write 50 million. Okay, 50. So that's 50 million. That's an example. So if you are a single applicant, you should be having like 22 million there. Okay, so which currency? You choose the currency. So if you are from UAE, or if you are submitting a bank statement with your dollar account, you click on USD. If you are submitting, for the purpose of this video, I'm going to use Naira because most of my audience are Nigerians, okay? So I'm going to use Naira. So 50 million Naira. So you see, they use xe.com to calculate. So every day, let's assume your case officer picks up your case, right? He's going to check that rate for that day. So you see the reason why you need to be upgrading, like if you need to be checking the rate every day, so that you know if you need to top up your account. Do you understand? Because this is the reason why they can ask you for updated bank statement. You get. So we go to next, we continue. Your financial status, so you need to submit a certificate showing that you can prove your fund. So in this case you would have gotten your so in this case you'd have gotten maybe your bank statement saved on your system or your phone, and then you click on it and you upload it. Okay, you upload it, then you click on next, you continue. So you are showing 50 million naira in your bank assets, so you click on continue. If you have more than one account, you can click on add here and or put another account or another, maybe you have money in your dollar account and also your naira account. Okay, so you can join two accounts together to make up the money that you need. So after that you click on next. Will the organizer of your education or an organization working for international exchange be responsible for the cost of your food during your stay in Sweden? If you have any organizer, or for those of you that is a scholarship, so you click on yes. If you don't have, you click on no. That's why you showed proof of fund, right? So you are the one taking responsibility for yourself. So you continue. Will the organizer of your education um, or an organization working for international exchange be responsible for the cost of your accommodation during the stay? If you have scholarship, you click yes. If you have if you are taking care of yourself, you click no. Okay, so you continue. Do you have a spouse, cohabiting partner, or registered partner who is applying at the same time as you? If you have your partner and your children applying for you, you click on yes. If you have no, you click on no. So for the purpose of this video, we click on yes. Okay, let's assume we have somebody applying with us. What the co-applicant is it your girlfriend, your boyfriend, or your wife or your husband, your cohabiting partner, your registered partner, or your wife or husband? So I'm going to click my husband. Um, Enter the period of which the resident permit applies. So the same start date you used for your school, you are going to use it here again. So you click on, let's say, September 1, 2025. Okay, yeah, it already updated to your end date. So whatever applies to you also applies to them. Do you get? Whatever applies to you also applies to them. So we click on next. Does your husband have a valid passport? Of course, your husband has a valid passport. So you click on that. Type of travel document. So you have a national passport. You continue. You click on their passport number, the country it was issued, when the passport was issued, and the validity of the passport. You click on next. Oh, okay, they want me to fill it. So I'm going to fill this and I'll be back. So after filling that, I click on next and we continue. So you have to attach the copy of the passport of your spouse or your children or whatever. So you click on here. It should have been on your system and you upload it. Okay. So I'm not uploading anything. So I click on next and I continue. What is the surname or your family name? So let's say I'm using Ife. um Previous surname, what's the previous surname? Let's just say um Jules. The middle name, I'll just use Gigi. So enter the sex of your partner. So he's a male. Enter his date of birth. So let's use anything here. So we're going to fill the date of birth of my spouse. So let's just use any date here. Let's just use any date. It's okay. Place of birth, you feel it. Lagos, my favorite state. Place of birth, should I put Australia? No, just kidding. Place of birth, of course, is Nigeria. Please fill the correct things according as how it applies to you. Citizenship is Nigeria. um Other citizenship, no. If you have, please add. If they have, maybe you are married to a Swedish woman, you're a Nigerian, you're married to a Swedish woman, a Turkish woman, you apply, you add the Swedish personal identity number. They don't have marital status, we are married. So you continue. Your put you so you fill in your the contact details of your partner, however it is you put it. So for the purpose of this video, I think I'm going to skip here and click on continue. So they want me to fill it, so I'm going to fill it and I'll be right back. So guys, after that, the next question is my husband would like to have contact with and collect the decision or resident permit card at. So if your husband is, maybe you are in Nigeria and your husband lives in another country, or you want them to go and pick it, or so whatever country he is in, so you want to put that country in so that it will be easy for him to go to the Swedish embassy in that country to go and pick it. So if your husband lives in Nigeria with you, then you click on the Nigerian embassy. If maybe you are in Nigeria, you are the one applying, but your husband is, maybe let's say, in Kenya or Italy, you click on Italy. So whatever city he's living in, click on the embassy you want him to pick up his resident permit, or go for biometrics, or go for interview. Do you understand? Just in case they call him for interview. So for the purpose of this video, I'm going to still use Nigeria. Okay, so I'm going to use Nigeria. So we continue. Is your husband in Sweden? If he's in Sweden, you click yes. If he's not, you click no. So you click on next. Has your husband previously applied for permission to visit or stay in Sweden? If they have, you click yes. If they have not, you click no, and we continue. Does your husband have a valid resident permit in any country other than his own country? So if your husband is living in another country and they have a resident permit, you click yes. If they don't, you click no. We continue. Has your husband visited any country in Schengen other than Sweden? If they have, you click yes. If they have not, you click no. Okay. Attach your marriage certificate. So you must have your marriage certificate already saved on your system before you start this application. It makes your application fast, and it makes you, for you not to come and click here continue another time. It doesn't make sense. Just finish everything properly and finish it up. Okay, so for this reason, for this one, you upload your marriage certificate and you click on next. um Maintenance requirement. Are you going to support your husband? Yes, I am going to support my husband because I have attached a proof to support his living expenses, right? So attach document that shows that your husband is supported throughout the entire period. So that first bank statement that you uploaded in the initial stage, you attach it here again, okay? And you click on next. Are you applying with your kids? If you are applying with your kids, you add them here. You click on add, right? So you click on their middle name, their first name, include their passport and everything here. So I am not applying with my kids. So if you want to go back, this is where you go back. So whatever step you miss, you can go back in that step here. This is where you go back to the step. So if you have your kids, please, by all means, add all of them, each and every one of them. If you have 3, if you have 4, if you have 1, add them here and you click on next. Other information. Add any other information you think it is important for the Swedish Immigration Agency to know. Guys, in this place, so here you can add any other information you think it's important for the Swedish migration to know. So in this case, I think what we did during our time, I mentioned what my husband is currently doing, his work, how many years experience he has, how he will be of value to the community, how he's going to support me to work. If you're a single person, you can sell yourself that you are bringing your tech skills, your knowledge of engineering, your anything. Just sell yourself inside this box, please. Don't leave this box empty. So anything you feel is valuable to them, don't come and tell them, please, I need this thing, I want to japa. Or don't do that. Sell yourself in this box. So explain what you are currently doing, what your partner is doing, how you guys are going to add value to the society, to the educational system in Sweden, and how you look forward to this day, that kind of thing. So that's what you are going to add to this box. So we click on next, and we go to, so here is everything you filled. Do you get? Everything you filled is on this where on this page now. So when you are done, you want to make sure you go back and review your application. Please guys, don't go and just finish it like that and end. No, go back to the top side here. you want to go back to here and start review what you have done, so that in case there's any typographical error, maybe you made a mistake, instead of writing off, you write if, you understand, you correct it, use the right punctuation, like the right what they call it, the right, if it's capital letter, you use capital letter for your first name, your last name, you understand. Do it, let it be clean and eligible. If there's anywhere that needs to have hyphen, by all means, please put in the hyphen. Okay, so this is my application right now. So all you just need to do is click on uh next. So this next place is not coming out for me because there are some questions I have not answered. I have not attached my bank statement, I have not attached anything. So by the time you click on next, that's where it brings you to make payment for your application. Do you understand? So you want to make payment for your application, and after making payment for your application, you wait, you wait. So after making payment for the application, we already talked about the price, 1,500 for one person, and for children, one child, 750 Swedish crowns. So you make payment for that application, and then you wait for when they will call you for biometrics, or for an interview, or for anything. So when they call you for interview, you go for your interview. Please carry all the documents you submitted to that interview. It's very important, so that they, just in case they want to like verify again. Do you understand? Then after the interview, you will do your biometrics. If you're not called for interview and you are granted, you go and do your interview and you come back. Then you receive your decision, you collect your resident permit card after 2 to 3 weeks of being granted, and you are on your way to coming to Sweden. Okay, so once you get your resident permit, you can now travel to Sweden. As you are arriving Sweden, guys, rush to Skatverket to register your entrance into the country, so that you can apply for your pension number, or your social security number, or your coordination number. And I think that's it, guys. I think that's how this video is. I just hope this was helpful to you. At least it gives you like a clear understanding of what it is to apply for the resident permit. So if you have any questions, please guys, make sure to drop the questions in the comment section, and I'll be coming live as often as possible now that this is the main process, you understand. So if you have questions, please ask me in the comment section. And if you found this video helpful, please don't forget to like this video, love it, share it, do all the beautiful and nice stuff to this video. And then that's it for this video. So after you finish making this your application, the next step is to focus now on finding accommodation. So you want to focus very well on accommodation. So this, you've done the biggest job now, you get. So after this big job, you go and start finding accommodation. So that's it. So guys, I'll see you in my next video. Thank you, and have a nice time. Hey though.